There will be none of that today. Everybody just calm down. Just everybody breathe. Rico, there will be none of that today. Not for me, at least. No. We are going to start with the Jamo stuff. And then, listen, I'm going to offer a trigger warning. That seems to be a popular thing for many people today who get triggered by certain things. You know, you watch a movie or a song or I'm going to bring up Max Crosby later. So if you get triggered by that, you'll have 5 seconds to turn the channel. But we have an update on Max Crosby, a report. All of it's grain of salt. All of it has maybe a 10% shot, but I am not giving up. I am DiCaprio. I will freeze to death on that board while Max Crosby is Rose and he floats along. I'm hanging on to that damn board until or unless there's a flat no or they bring in someone else. So we're going to do that later. Rico, right. I want to start. I want your thoughts on Jamo before I give you mine. And just a warning, my thoughts may surprise you. But where are you at when you heard about Jamo getting suspended? 2 games, PEDs. It's the lowest rung of the PED suspensions. Give me your initial reaction.
My initial reaction, Mike, was I was just so disappointed. It's if anybody I didn't want to see, it was him. I really thought Jamo had turned the corner. I thought that Jamo was, the foolishness and the stupid things were out of his system, and now he was going to become a part of this team. You saw how the team was using him. I thought he was going to be a weapon. I didn't think that we would see this again, that in 2 consecutive years he's going to miss some games. He's going to miss about 10% of the season over something that we don't know exactly what it is yet, but Jamo's come out and said, you know what, I just got to own it. I got to just sit this one out. So I'm disappointed. I really am, because I thought he had turned the page. And maybe I just gave Jamo too much credit.
Okay. I mean, I guess for me is I didn't have much of a reaction. First of all, with it being the 2-game variety, I said, okay, well, the Titans is Rico's BOGO. It hurts him in Lambeau. I think my perspective, Rico, and this is, guys, I don't know if you're going to vibe with this at all. I had no plans on re-signing Jamo anyways.
Oh.
So there is a 0% shot I'm handing him $25 million a year. You're not going to pay Amon-Ra the way you're paying him. Almost certainly pay Sam Laporta. Have the highest paid tackle in football. Have the 2 running backs. I just view it as you've made my decision easier down the line, and I don't really have to worry about it. Now, I'm not being nonchalant. I'm not saying I'm happy it happened. I'm not saying like I'm not bummed out a little. I guess for me is in the big picture, he's not missing 4 or 6. He's really only missing 1 because if he can't beat the Titans without him, well, then God help you.
Fair.
Am I crazy to feel that way?
No, actually, man, you took it to another level, Mike. I guess I was just looking at the here and now, short term of, seriously, of all people, why is it always you? Why do we have to hear you're doing this? But, yeah, you're right. Think about it. Lions are just handing out checks left and right like it's the Oprah show. Right. Like, here you go, and we're taking care of you, and there you go, and there you go.
Right.
You get a car, and you get a car. And, yeah, you wondered, okay, at some point they're just going to say, yeah, we're not going to re-sign this person. I didn't think about it like that, but you're correct. Jamo's making it very easy. Yeah, we know who's not going to get the birthday party invitation. It's going to be you, son, because every year we have to wonder, what are you going to do this time? So for everybody who said, oh, well, he's learned his lesson, did he? Because we're back to him being suspended again.
Right. And look, I'm not painting him as a bad guy. I just think reliability is a skill. Clearly, I don't have all the details on what triggered this. There's a certain classification of PED that will net you 2 or 6. He's on the low end. And I just kind of look at it. Look, man, I have him all of next year. And I have a club option for 26. So here's what we're going to do. I got a 3-year window to win with you. Because in 2027, you're not a part of this team. I'm not making a $125 million commitment to a guy who twice now, because he can't read a label or can't read his own contract or rules, gets popped. but he's electric, and he helps us, and he stretches the field. But is Jamo necessity, Rico, or is Jamo more, I don't want to demean him by saying toy, but he's a luxury. Necessity or luxury, I think Jamo is far more luxury. Is that fair?
No, it is fair. It's a conversation that David and I have had pretty much for the last couple of months talking about wide receivers. And I've said, and I've held fast, wide receivers are a luxury item. There are a few, kind of like running backs, that if you get one, you keep it forever. But other than that, they are a little bit disposable, that you can find somebody new, because there's always going to be some kid coming out of college. I mean, I look at Xavier Worthy and what he's doing for Kansas City. Yeah, he's kind of doing the same thing that Jamo does, which means that next year there'll be somebody in the draft who could do the same thing. So it is a luxury piece. It is not essential.
Rico, we don't need anybody in the next 3 years. Think about it. Picking up his fifth-year option is basic. Jamo's lost the right to earn the contract that, say, a Brian Branch is on his way to earning, or certainly an Aiden Hutchinson, right? Mm-hmm. So to me, look, he's under contract. Yeah. He makes no money. I think his cap hit is $4 million. Next year, same thing. And then age 25 season, I'm going to pick up the club option if he's still, productive and good. But all this does for me is I'm bummed out. I'm missing one real game. I'll be more salty about it if they lose to Green Bay. But you've shown me who you are.
Yeah.
And I can't trust you.
And here's the other thing, Mike. If you think about it, in that time frame, by the time you're done with Jamo, you know what receivers are going to be coming out of college probably after their third season? A couple good ones. One at Ohio State, one at Alabama. Heck, could be one at MSU if he stays there. But there'll be receivers in that time frame that you could say, you know what? I'm just going to draft this guy and move forward.
Yeah, I don't worry about it. I just don't. There's weapons everywhere. But I'd like to hear from the people. But if you were tuning in to hear yelling and screaming or slander, I'm out. I'm done with it. I don't think this is the biggest thing. He's come back and been productive. I don't have the details. I'll say it again to you. I don't want to crucify the kid if he took creatine and got popped or something. Like, let me see what happens. But it's 2 games, not 4, not 6, not the season. It's not the Will Fuller package. I'm just disappointed, but they're going to beat the Titans without him. And the Green Bay game, yes, it'll make it a little tougher. But he's got to answer to the 52 other guys in the room.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer to me. But I just think from a front office standpoint, hey, man, okay. Hope you're happy with your current deal, because that's the one you're going to live with now.
Well, it's funny that you say that, Mike, because even today when you had Dan Campbell on with the morning show, and if you missed that interview, Odyssey Rewind.
Oh, good promotion.
Thank you.
Promotion.
Thank you. But you put Dan Campbell in an awkward situation where he's like, I know we want to talk about it, but I can't because the league hasn't put anything down. And here it is. Here's what he had to say. And that's Dan Campbell on the morning show. You will be fine, but here's the problem. Like I said, yeah, against Tennessee, you don't need him. But against Green Bay, he streaks down the field. He goes deep. He's commanding attention. You either got to have a safety back there because you don't want to get beat deep. I don't know if you have another player that commands that type of respect that Jamo does.
Yes, you do. And I'm going to tell you who it is next. Yes! That is like a morning cup of coffee. You start your day with a radio tease. No, I seriously do, and I have data to back it up. I want to know. I want to sell you this pen, and I want to tell you another reason why I'm not concerned with it. I'm disappointed with Jamo, but I'm not concerned with it. Is it okay? I'm going to try to sell you a pen next.
Okay.
We'll get to it.